So listen, we did lunch today, and y'all remember I had that big, beautiful plate with all that food on it, and we only ate the fish. And I told y'all that I was gonna come home and fry some shrimp, and that's exactly what I did. I found a jumbo pack of shrimp for $8 at the Food Line. Look how big that is. Y'all come on in, hit the like button. We gonna eat a little bit. I'm looking for Don Lemon's Live. That's fine, Don. Because it's supposed to be in a new, um, let's see. Because I was waiting. Okay, he live right now. Let's see what he's talking about.
15 minutes a day, and you will be the most toned woman in the room.
No, Bert
Toned
No. Okay. Oh, we don't want to hear that. Okay.
For an indictment or not, the grand jury could say we believe there's enough evidence for charges, and here's who's going to be charged. The grand jury could say we do not see enough evidence of probable cause for criminality, therefore there shall be no charges. Or at the end of the investigation, the district attorney could say, now that I have seen everything, because the autopsies are not in yet, the cell phone records have not been reviewed by both of them yet, she could say, I want to go a little.
What's up, Rick Rising? Hello.
Then take it to the grand jury.
Yeah.
What the leads are.
Me too.
Just real quickly before we
Let me turn this down a little bit.
You're right about that, especially those who have been indicted by grand jury right here on this panel. But the
Work day is done. Lord, I gotta make a payment on my Credit One bank card. Oh my God.
To the grand jury, or what evidence or information they are
Y'all want to bite?
or given to the grand jury.
Saying or not saying. And so that's why, sometimes granted, I'm suspicious and cynical. I've been in this game for way too long to not be both of those. But what can happen if the district attorney doesn't want to take the heat is they can fall back on process and say, okay, we've got everything that this investigation has yielded. I'm turning it all over to this grand jury.
What's up, Antoine?
With what they will, and then present those findings, and that's going to be an up or a down. That's not going to be a grand jury being specific about the why of it.
Yeah, girl, I found a pack of shrimp. It was, look how big that is. I put some ketchup and hot sauce on it. But anyway, it was 20 of them for $8.59, something like that.
Now let me get this straight, in case Monique, which I doubt, has
You
not
want? Did you fry you some fish, Rick Rising?
conclusions, nor is she about distracting the investigators from their role for updating the media, and nor is she about misinformation. She is about facts, in case you didn't realize it.
Nope.
Ashley, please weigh in.
I used a seafood batter.
This is a story that has really captured the attention of the nation.
I used the seafood batter, boo.
Captured the attention of black folks.
They good too.
At a book party this past weekend, happened to be white and said, the story really captured the nation's attention on that. So, however, having said that, what has been your observation watching this?
I'm just trying to find out what's going on with Nolan's case. I even refried the French fry. Tomorrow it's on. Oh, you gonna get you some fish tomorrow? They got the autopsy done, right? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they have the results yet. Oh, that French fry good. Y'all, Tisa Tails, I'm telling you, I'm eating. What's up, the great? Some shrimp and slaw and a couple of potatoes and 2 little small hush puppies. But look, Tisa Tails did a really, 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 really good video. I'm telling you. Her video is very good. I'm telling you, if the people who are in charge, the people who's supposed to uphold the law, if we the people see them always breaking the law, Reverend Al Sharpton has passed. No, he ain't. He ain't passed. Stop lying. If he passed, Don Lemon would be talking about it right now. Mm-hmm. It's terrible.
Yeah, and look, obviously the mother is feeling sick.
If they holding,
She's in a safe space, much worse than what you're going
hello, I can't pronounce your name, darling, but hello.
Mommy said I can't see you.
Huh? Yes.
Mommy said I can't see you the broccoli.
Yes. Mm-hmm. More thorough and honest. I know. Tisa Tell doing a really good job. I'm not saying that Don is not doing a good job. Y'all know I love Don Lemon. Um, his platform is so big, so we need Don. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Don is a real journalist. You know what I'm saying? So he got to verify all the receipts. Jeremy, it's people out here homeless in the heat, no food. You are truly blessed. Pray for our community. Oh, absolutely. Myron, your name is Myron. Hello, Myron. Y'all, I'm getting into these fries. I didn't want any early. It was too hot outside. Oh, let's listen to his mama. Let's listen to his mama.
Um, so I lost my mom a few years ago, and that was hard. This loss, this grief, this pain,
Shrimp, slaw,
it's
potatoes, and
different.
hush puppies.
It's insurmountable. And then it's like you get these flood of emotions all at different times, and grief is so
Thank you.
multi-layered. You know, one second I might be okay and I can talk about things and I can listen to his stories, and then the next minute I am falling apart and I feel like I can't breathe, and I feel like there is an elephant just sitting on my chest.
Oh,
But, you know, I know this is the process. I have a wonderful support system.
what's up,
I
Alvin?
have my faith in God, which I've been leaning heavy into. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I see you, I love you, I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm so sorry that one of the ways that I've been able to stay stylish while on a budget is with Depop. I've really been able to hone in on my personal style. For some reason, it does help. And I know if no one was here, he'd be like, Mom, you know, just keep talking to the people.
Laying
Keep
across the
telling my
bed.
story. Keep
Thank
telling your
you.
story. So it's going to be my plan. Again, thank you all so much. I love you, and I will talk to you
To
later.
fry some fish later and some shrimp. See you,
So,
baby. Can
my
what's up,
sister
Richardson? Yep.
from another mister. You have been here for me so much. You were here for me when I got
I came
indicted
here
for
and
the
put my
innocent.
bags down, honey.
You
Went
were
to
here
work.
for me when my sister died. You filled in on the network as well. And you have dealt with grief, I'm sure,
What's up,
in your
King?
life. And I
What's up,
know that
Brown?
that moment ultimately comes where at first you're on adrenaline. You have everybody there. They're supporting you. Everyone's around
That's
you.
a
But you have
shame.
moments in the background. But those moments come, and they're unavoidable. You have dealt with families in situations like this. How do you deal with it? What is your
What's
advice?
up, DOD?
Right, and there is
Brandy?
grief. And grief is what it is. And what I've talked about a lot recently is how many other layers of grief there are when someone dies in an unexpected fashion, in a suspicious fashion, where there's believed to be a crime committed, because you don't even have the room for the kind of
Thank you,
grief
Richard.
that goes along with the absence of someone's physical presence in your life, because you're thrown first into all of these other things. You're doing police reports and finding lawyers and trying to finance your life and take care of investigators and figure out all of the things, and it's not something that a regular family, any average family, prepares for.
Thank
Like,
you,
you
J.
don't
Cole,
have
Junior Cole.
an Ashley or a Monique to come in crisis and say, here's your 1, 2, 3. That's not the beforehand for any of these people's lives. And yes, sadly, I have been next to so many parents who have lost children in suspicious or criminal circumstances, many times at the hands of law enforcement, but in other instances that children were missing, where family members were injured, domestic violence situations, you name it. And there is no level of dealing with it that makes you used to it. So for me, there's never been.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all believe the people get up and get a job? Well, I've been to 2 of my jobs today already. And I am monetized here on YouTube, which is my 3rd job. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like the journalists and all the other people that really cover stuff like this, even Don, I love Don to death. He's a Pisces and he's emotionally intelligent, and I just love Don so bad. I love him down. Like, I love Don down. But I just really feel like sometimes these people lack authenticity. I really do. I don't understand why everybody got to be so polite. I don't understand why everybody got to shuck and jive. I don't understand it. You know? I don't get that. I don't get it. Even for Nolan's parents, I don't get that. Social media is one of the most narcissistic things in life. People recording themselves for likes and attention. Oh, well, you don't know about me. Just go look through my channel and you'll find out what I do here, okay? I guess you're just coming in and you're just being shallow. You're not looking for depth. You're not even taking the time to see if there is any depth here. You just want to comment. Bless your heart. Get a man, start a family. I already have a family. My children are grown and old. Shuck and jive. For shucking and jiving is an African American describing evasive, deceptive, or boastful behavior used to deflect attention or avoid punishment, particularly in, yeah, stop shucking and jiving. They be shucking and jiving too much. I learned that term from my daddy. He used to say it all the time. You know, such and such is shucking and jiving. I just love it. Take constructive criticism like a pro. If you were truly with your intentions and messaging, you would have been feeling your face. Boo hoo. Y'all, let's listen to what they're saying a little bit more.
To a grieving mom or a grieving dad or a grieving sister or brother, except that I'm praying if they are ones that want prayer, and a lot of silence and a lot of what can I do, because what she dealt with today, God knows how many days like this she will have once we prayerfully get over the part where we are investigating, over the part where people are searching for answers, and she is then left with the loss that I never want to experience, the loss of a child. So I can't conceive of it. You know, Ashley and I are both mothers, so I know that she probably has similar thoughts, but for me, even thinking of it sends me through changes. So I can't imagine it at all.
Absolutely, and I think what makes this one so hard is not having any answers, and then not having any certainty that you will get honest answers.
Well, I don't agree with that, because actually you can't imagine it. Actually, you can imagine it. The only thing you have to do is visualize it. Visualize your son with 3 or 4 other boys and they beating the crap out of him while he's saying to them, why are you doing this to me? If you just visualize it. Visualize emotionally and mentally what was he thinking and feeling. Go ahead and visualize that. Yeah, I can visualize that. I can. Can't you? Listen.
I mean, that's something else I'm sure she's grappling with, is that she may not ever really know what happened to her child. To your point,
This is my thing. This is my thing. Oh, but y'all know, I'm a horse of a different color. Why do you I'm gonna pull out because y'all gonna say, Cheryl, don't do that.
Monique, they could punt this thing, and we may not ever really know what happened. And that, I think that is the part that's even more heartbreaking. I've lost two brothers, so I've seen the women in my life go through grieving, after having lost their children, but we knew how they died. I mean, this one is so tough because there's so many different layers.
Thank
again,
you,
there's all
Glow
these
Fever.
questions
You're
of
so
whether or not they'll
sweet.
ever get down to the truth.
Well, Ashley, you know what? I've lost two sisters, and one of them, Monique, was there to help me with. The other one died in 2018. I don't know if Monique, if we had known each other from CNN, then probably. But yeah, I mean, you don't know how people are going to react, and I would imagine in your role as advisor to Biden, Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris, that you have to deal with people in that situation because you have to advise them on how to deal with people because they have to attend funerals, they're always in public, and people reach out to them.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But I think it's also the pressure to make a statement. Like, I've had friends call me and ask, why hasn't Barack Obama said anything, right? Like, there's all this pressure to make a statement without any evidence, while the
Hey,
investigation
James
is still
Howard, how you
ongoing.
doing?
You don't want to taint an investigation. You want to get ahead of the evidence. So that really is the hardest part, is withstanding the pressure of the public asking and demanding that you weigh in and you voice some sort of either a condolence or an opinion on it. Even a condolence can catch a leader like those in a jam, or put them in a jam and in a box. So this is a really tough and hard one. But the funerals are always devastating. I've seen up close President Obama going down to South Carolina.
Aren't y'all bored? No problem, dude, trying to spread the word. Girl, please go put the food away. Okay, you go away. So listen, these two commentators are not good for what's going on, Don. They're not good for what's going on. You need to call Cheryl Grabowski, okay? You need to call Cheryl so we can have a real conversation. Because I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know what they're saying. I don't understand a damn word they're saying. I don't see what kind of good it's doing. I just don't. Do y'all want to see the ladies? No problem, dude, trying to spread the word. I just don't. I mean, why? Why are y'all talking? Let me see what the chat is saying. All right, damn. Don got all this stuff up here on the screen. I can barely see what's going on. All right. Let's see. No, we will not be unelecting people, and it's going to be a WAR if they go down that road. Mebeck says, no chance. I'm watching that or listening to. Tony said, resilience is in the DNA. Want to see the parents grieve on TV. Josie said, what? Josie, I don't think the people want to see the parents grieve on TV. I don't want to see the parents grieve on TV. I would rather his mother not come back on television anymore. She no. His mama is bless her heart. I don't want to do too much talking because that woman is suffering and going through. But she ain't the only one that done been through that. But what I'm saying is, she comes across as very, very performative. She is a content creator on social media. His mother is, Josie. His mother is a content creator. She comes across very, very performative, almost like she don't know, like she's not authentic. Do you see what I'm saying? Nobody should have to coach you. Like you should, nobody should have to coach a mother. She's allowed to say and do whatever she wants. Do you see what I'm saying? She's very performative. You know, seriously. If she wasn't, I wouldn't say that. That's what it comes across to me. That's what I see with his mama. And she's very I just don't see any depth. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I don't see any depth. She's kind of performative. She's a content creator on social media. You know, she's giving lights, camera, and action. And she keep on saying what Nolan would like. A lot of times people don't really know their children like that. People don't really know. I wonder, did she know that, I mean, he was 18 years old. So, I mean, he really officially was not supposed to be drinking, but 18-year-olds drink. I wonder, did she really know Nolan? I'm just wondering. Because the way that she talks about Nolan was, it was like he was, damn near an angel. And he looks like a good young man. But, I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Children do, young people do young people things around their peers that they don't do around their parents. You know what I'm saying? So that, and her thing saying, Rick Ross said facts. What's up, speak on it, Q? I don't know that pain, but yeah, exactly. Um, yeah. She keep on saying what Nolan would want us to do. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You can't say what Nolan would want the people to do. You don't know. There is a consensus going around that we are our ancestors. There has been so much horrible things that have been done to African American people, especially over here in the Americas. I'm just saying. And a lot of people say that we are our ancestors and our ancestors are speaking and that things are getting ready to start happening. So now Nolan would be amongst the ancestors, don't you think? And if it was you, I'm just saying, if it was you and your friends, what's up keeping up with the lady? Your friends railroad you and you didn't see that other side of them until you were in trouble. Just like in my life, I've been in those kind of situations twice. I have been jumped on and I didn't know that I was getting ready to be jumped on by a person that I had known ever since I was a child. I had to fight for my life because that person tried to smother me dead. And I had to fight. I wasn't in a situation until I was in a situation. And then the other time I was in another situation that was similar to that. I had to, to get that person off of me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not a violent person. So if I would have passed away in that type of circumstance where somebody lured me in a sense, fooled me, and then when I got with them by myself, then they pounced on me like a lioness would pounce on her prey. And then I had to do what I had to do in order to get out of the situation. She don't know what Nolan would want. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It reminds me of just in life in general. If you don't tell a person what you will allow and what you won't, if you don't put up boundaries and consequences, then why would that person stop? So stop saying that, ma'am. Somebody tell Nolan's mother to shut up and go grieve your son. But stop doing that. Because this is the thing. When we say yes, this is the thing. Girl, honey, if those boys set your son up and jumped on him and did horrible things to him when he thought that they were his friend and he didn't know until he was in that situation. And then you over there on the television because you can breathe. The sun is shining on your face. You did wake up this morning and put your clothes on. You're not in immediate threat for your life. Nobody has you in a situation. See what I'm saying? Put yourself in Nolan's shoes. How many times I gotta say it? Stop this shit. Even for Don Lemon and everybody else. We are so addicted to, oh, we want to look at everything through rose-colored glasses, and we want to give those people, what's up, Jan Leggett? We want to give those people the benefit of the doubt. Why? The fact is, guess what we do know? Well, guess what everybody knows? The worst thing that could have happened did happen. The worst thing that could have happened did happen in real life, in real time. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. The worst thing that could have happened did happen in real life and real time. That's what we do know. This is not a movie. It is not a game. Nolan is deceased. She grew up with that judge. This is my thing. This is my thing, y'all. Do y'all know, I told y'all today on the live earlier today. And by the way, I'm at my son's house. But listen, I told y'all on the live earlier today, I said that I had been gaslit a lot. Do y'all know what gaslighters do? Do y'all know what gaslighters do? They are pretty much, you can pretty much describe a gaslighter as a professional actress. So if she grew up with that judge and that's her friend, and the judge is not worried about Nolan. She can pretend to worry about Nolan. She's worried about the child that she birthed into the world. Nolan's mother looked like she can be gaslit. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Nolan's mom looked like she can be gaslit to me. Maybe that's why she's being slow to condemn, because that's her friend. I wouldn't give a fuck. My baby is at the morgue. I don't have a friend. I don't have a friend. My baby is at a morgue, and y'all didn't call me and tell me that he didn't come home. I had to go over there and get the phone. We had to go get his truck. I don't care anything. See, that's what I'm saying. People be worried too much about their image. That's why I was saying about the live we were just listening to. They were not his friends. The judge is a stepmom. Okay. I guess there are too many people in the world that are just not. Thank you, Trim. There are too many people in the world that are just not like me.
D716142@gmail.com.
Hey, boo, I'll call you back. I'm on live. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, but you didn't. Okay, bye. They just grow up in the same neighborhood. I don't care nothing about that. There's only one situation that Grabowski cares about, one. And I hope that's the truth. That's the same situation. I hope Ben Crump thinks like me. There's only one situation we care about. The situation that we care about is that Nolan didn't come home, and we don't give no about no friendship, no past. We don't care if we went to second grade, third grade together. We don't care anything of every man for himself. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all be honest now. Every man for himself. Every man for himself. No. Because everybody came home except for Nolan. So no. But sure, I think the mom don't want the judge to put out bad things about who I okay. Why should she care? See, this thing, one wish, this thing, one wish. See, that's what I'm telling you. I keep, when I see her, that's what I keep seeing. Who cares about the image? Who cares what the judge puts out? People know you any fucking way. People like me, and there are millions of us everywhere. People don't have to spend all day and night with you. People know anyway. And the thing is, if you've done questionable things, then you've done those things in front of somebody. And those bodies know other people. We live in the era of social media and we know everything. You know what I'm saying? People are talking about you. Stop trying to hide who you are. People already know. That's the thing. I don't know. It's almost like a fantasy thing. People put themselves in this fantasy thing that they're guarding who they really. No, fuck. People know you, whether they say anything or not. Oh, her baby should not be dead. Period. Nolan should be walking around like everyone else. I don't care. Fuck your image. I want to be nice to her. I want to emotionally like support her and say wonderful things, but I just want her to be quiet right now. I think she's done more harm than good. Once you want to tell us to shut up with your dirty, musty, crusty, goodbye. People can still be private to a certain degree. Her son is at the morgue. I don't understand why y'all don't understand this. The only other thing that comes close to it is that she's at the morgue. That's it. She is currently experiencing the worst thing that anybody can experience. That's it. It doesn't get worse than what she's going through right now. Her son is at the morgue. Her son. Not your son, not mine, hers. Who cares? If you can, if you can watch over your image while dealing with the tragic unaliving of your son and you don't know what happened and you care 2% about your image, it makes me look at you sideways because I wouldn't give a flying rat's ass at all. Hello, Lily. How you doing? Let's see what Don and them talking about. Let's see if they said any other things that, because there's a lot of people talking about it. She is a nurse practitioner and trying to look like a logical professional, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, that's pretty much that's what she said. Pretty much that's what she says. I'm a logical person. Who gives a fuck? People need to get rid of the need to be a good person. Because the reality of it is you're both good and bad. And that's how I know those boys did something to her son. I don't want to hear it. Nolan was no angel and them boys were not either. They weren't. And she's not either. I can't. Let's see what they're saying.
Some kinship to some of the background of so many folks in this country. But I
Hold on.
still have the
Yes, a terrible tragedy. I remember my granddaddy crying out at my mama's funeral. Who cares? We don't care anything about an image. We don't care. at this time, it's not good. It's not good. All that stuff about don't let your right hand, left hand know what you doing. Don't let them see you cry. Don't let them who? Them who? They have their children at home. Them who? Who don't you don't supposed to let see you cry? Who? Why do you care? It's just crazy.
Privilege of having the white
Hold
skin.
on.
And there's days I want to hide it. I want to go in with a mask on into the grocery store and not let them know who I am. I don't know. I just get really frustrated because I feel like there's not much I can do because I can't get around. But then what? But I've got to find something. I've got to some way to help with this whole thing. This breaks my heart every time this happens, and each time it hurts more and more that it does, and it just tears me up.
Thank you for that. There are many people in this country who are feeling your frustration, and look, and at least you're motivated to try to do something, even if you're not mobile enough. So thank you for that, Liz. Warren has his hand up. Warren, good evening to you, sir.
Let's see what Warren
Good evening,
says.
guys. I don't know if you guys can play back what the governor said. He said that he doesn't know the facts right now, but he said something about there was no foul play. So I don't know how.
From everything I've heard right now, there's no foul play. But then he said, I haven't spoken to the sheriff, so.
Yeah, well, and that kind of stuck out at me. As I said last week, it's Mississippi, goddamn, but it's still the country in itself.
You could be approved for $39 per month.
So
Coverage auto insurance. The only catch.
the governor is saying there's no foul play, but Cheryl Grabowski is saying Nolan not coming home is foul play. See that? The governor says out of his mouth, which his mouth is not a prayer book, by the way, there is no foul play as far as I know. But Nolan not coming home and being on that boat with his friends and everybody else made it back except for Nolan is foul play.
Is that you need to have 0 DUIs in the
Hold on,
last
y'all.
5 years. Drivers with 0 DUIs in the last 5 years.
Why can't I
qualify
skip
for-
this? Okay.
That just kind of says, I still have hope. This week, I don't know if it was a premonition or not. I don't know what it was, but something came over me, and I said it's more of us than it is of them. And that's where my thinking is right now. With this, I was going to say devil, but I'm not going to say devil. It's going to say tonight. It's going to make a big difference. If he's talking about not getting rid, but confirming whether or not the 2 senators from Georgia were duly elected, that's going to start a lot of shit. But I'm just saying, I have hope. And I saw something and I couldn't believe what I saw, but it's coming. And that's where my hope is coming from.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all believe, right, I agree that Nolan not coming home is foul, period. So I don't know what the governor is talking about. Do y'all believe that this change is coming is from the people that are a part of the system? That includes the journalists, the judges, the governors, and all of that. All the people that vote and all of that. There's a whole nother massive group of people who are technically not a part of the system. There's a whole nother group of people. They don't vote. They're not out here like that. And I've had conversations with some of them. And they are ready to what you call, they're ready to activate. I think the change is coming, but I don't think it's coming through. I don't think it's coming through the system. I just don't. I don't see that. But it's coming though. Listen.
Thank you, Warren. I'm glad you have hope. I'm normally a very optimistic person, but it's hard in this moment because you guys know I always give.
And see, this is the thing, because I ain't been listening to it in that much detail. But the way Don is emotionally, because y'all know I'm the emotion lady. Emotionally, Don and them, they're like balloons that the the air is leaking out. That's what they're doing. So I don't know all of what's being said done, but these people, Don and them are like balloons where the air is just seeping out. Every day, more and more air is coming out the balloons. This is what I get emotionally. This is what I'm feeling into. Um, is the case still being investigated? Well, let's go ahead and do this because I don't feel like playing games, right? Because I know narcissists. Number one, let's get into it. I don't know if Don them know this, but Cheryl Grabowski knows this. I know the psychology of these people, Mississippi. Okay? They're narcissists and psychopaths. So number one, they cannot tell the truth. That's number one. They don't even know what truth is. That's the first thing. Number two, the only thing they do is go around gaslighting people. That's all they ever did. They stole the country. Let's keep it real. And they unalive lots of people. Okay. And then from there, they set up systems to continue to be awful folks. So there is no change. This thing, these groups of people, I don't know who they are, but they cannot change. So there's no need for us to even think in our minds that they're ever going to evolve because they are not going to change. But what can change is us knowing who and what they are. That's what can change. Now, as far as the coroner, because that's the title. The coroner, she's a lying bitch. And they've already established that with like 2 or 3 other cases. Okay? She's a lying bitch. And so they have this whole system that they support because all of them are lying, narcissistic, psychopathic animals that are educated. They have no truth in them. They have no righteousness in them. And God is not a part of their life. They don't even know what God is. This is the thing. And so what we can do is understand that these people are not going to change. And then from there, we decide what we're going to do. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. Stop praying with them. Stop forgiving them. Stop going to church with them. Stop it all because it's never going to change. It's always going to be like that. Now, I found so many wonderful people of all nationalities on TikTok that are saying we have to pull this stuff down. We have to marginalize those people. We have to blast them and pull their mask and their facades, pull it right off. And I think this administration, these 2 years that we've had, has done that. So they all are unmasked now. They're unmasked. But this is the thing. Don't let them put the mask back on. Now, as far as your black children, stop letting them go out with these people. Stop it. Because we don't know the good ones from the bad ones. And all of them look alike. We don't know who's on white radio and who are in these chats on the internet talking so terrible about God's special people. We don't know. They all look the same. So it's time, it is a time to refrain from them until we figure out who and what they are. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what needs to happen. Because Don and them, they look like the grand jury is going to come back and say, oh, it will be no investigation. We took him, we unalived him, and we're going to use the law that we made to get away with it. That's what it looks like they're going to do to me. From what I see from Don them today, but there is another group of people I keep telling y'all about. That those people who did those things to Nolan, these other people, they don't know about them. And what they're saying is that which was done to Nolan should happen to the people who did those things to Nolan. That turning away and turning your cheek is not what's happening right now. It's not what's going to happen right now. No more turning the cheek at all. You know, because at the end of the day, when you think about what's legal in the law, these are words and ideas that a group of people said that the people will be governed by. But you don't have to. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, really. But see, narcissists and psychopaths depend on you doing what they say, even though they're not going to do what that same law says. They won't be governed by it. They only want you to be governed by it. And this is what people have to understand. What's up, Haywood? We do something different. I already told you what the difference is. Hold on, Josie. The difference is you do not allow yourself to be governed by what they say that you will be governed by. That's a decision that they made. You can change your mind. You don't have to deal with that. You don't have to be governed by other people's rules. I ain't been watching. Oh, okay. I've been watching just a little bit. I really don't believe they investigate for our children deaths like they would if it was no, they don't do anything for our people the way that they do. So it's time to detach from their system. And when we detach and we're doing our own thing and they come like they always have came, then it's time to deal with them accordingly. That's it. That's the answer to it. It's called, if you do this, because listen, Josie, this is so good. And this is godly, by the way. See, because they don't know what's godly. We can't depend on them to know what's right and what's godly. We can depend on them to know what's law and what's legal because they made it, but they don't do it. They don't obey the same system that they made. That system was made for us to obey and for them to legislate. This is narcissists and psychopath. They all function this way. And so the best thing for you to do, you know how they say with a narcissist, you go no contact. Well, you go no contact from their entire system. You don't spend money with them. You don't work with them. You don't do anything with them. Anything. You get your own land, your own house, your own buildings, your own everything, and you go over there. Now they're gonna come because they've always came. Haywood says, sure, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They're gonna come because they've always came, and then they use the word, we conquered. But there's something happening. When they come this time, they will never make it back to where they are going. And we have to understand that that's okay. This is the thing. We have to understand that that is okay. You understand? Because how many fucking times does a lesson come your way and you refuse to learn it? Is it their problem that we're not learning, or is it our problem that we're not learning? Whose problem is it? Whose problem is it? It's not their problem. Because now, we're intelligent now. We're educated now. We know about narcissism, psychopathy, the dark triad. We know about all this narcissism in those people. And listen, this is the thing. White supremacy, white nationalism, and neo-Nazism is mental illness. Did y'all know that? These people are gravely mentally ill. So what do you do to a mentally ill person? Because they don't know what boundaries are. They don't know what's right. They don't have a sense of righteousness at all. Black people don't get in circles to discuss unaliving white people. We don't do it. It's not in our nature. We don't do that. But we have to now decide what needs to be done for, number one, self-preservation, and number two, for the future. Because if anybody should govern this world, it should be us, not them. That is correct. Because we have a respect for life itself. We value life, especially the black woman. So there it is. How do you now? Let me get into the part about the consequence. Now we know that life itself is a magnificent teacher. Everybody got to learn, right? Everybody got to learn. When those people do the things that they do, they've got to, number one, we've got to put up the boundary, and then we got to give them a consequence. Because how else do they learn? If they can run you over and conquer, like they say, and you allow it to happen, then who really has the problem? Because we already know that they look at it and they say, oh, but we conquered. We use the word stole because it's stealing. If you come into my house and you unalive me and bury me in the backyard, and then you occupy my house, you stole my house. You stole it. You didn't conquer anything. Especially if technically you didn't break in. You knocked on the door and you said, hello, my name is Tony Smith. Or my name is Alan Jones. How are you? And I say, well, I'm fine. And you say, well, I noticed that you have a wonderful house. I was just stopping by. Could I have a bowl of soup and a glass of orange juice? If you would, please. And then I say, because I'm a decent person, me and my people, of course. You look like you need some soup and orange juice. Matter of fact, you stink and you're dirty. You want me to show you how to take a bath? And you want me to show you how to brush your teeth? I'll do that for you. And then when you get into my house and me and my children go to sleep, then you conquer us. You murder us. That's what they did. Rick Risen said, raisins in the sun. That's what they did. So we've all learned a lesson. Soon as our kind get money, they run to all white neighborhoods. That's weird to me. Now, Josie, this is a lesson that African American people, because see, Elon Musk and Doge taught the first lesson. Elon Musk and Doge taught the first lesson when they fired the 300,000 black federal workers. That's the first one. Now, when black people get their education and all their stuff that they get, instead of moving to the suburbs with the Caucasianites, why don't you buy some land and build you an estate over there? Get you about 5 acres, put your $500,000 house or your $1 million house on it over there. Don't move over there. Don't do that. See what I'm saying? So we're learning too. We're evolving too. You know, these 2 years, even with this Nolan Well case and all this other stuff that's been going on, these 2 years, like, we've learned a lot. Not all of us are learning is the problem. We have to be on one accord. I understand that, Rick Rising, but we are learning. Trust and believe because they didn't hit us. Check this out, Rick Rising. They didn't hit us from the bottom up. They came to the top and hit us from the top down. They didn't go straight after the gangsters and the street people. They did not do that. They went and got the government workers and the military. See what I'm saying? They got the government workers and the military first. They hit us from the top down. They went to the top first because I guess they would think, because they are strategic thinkers, that we ain't got to worry about the street people, you know, the folks with drugs and all the homeless and all, you know, all that kind of stuff like that, because we got them anyway. We just round them up and pick them up. But we want to get the ones who live in the nice houses, drive the nice cars with the investments in vacation homes and, you know, that. We want to do that. Then all of this was done round tables. It was done, and then for us educated blacks, for the educated ones, the ones above my level anyway, they were caught off guard. They were caught off guard. So everybody got the memo now. Everybody got the memo now. We got the memo. We got it. But listen, oh, I've seen some wonderful stuff happening. Oh, it's some stuff happening. You better shut up and keep on talking. Rick Rising. Cheryl got the memo. What's up, Sandy Brown in the building? I live in the hood. I was gifted a home by kids, say sell it and move to a nicer neighborhood. I said, are you crazy? No, this is a beautiful home and I'm staying. Okay. My house is a much older house and I'm still in it. I thought about selling it, but I said, oh no, not going to do that. And so we all got the memo. And we are moving accordingly. Trust me. I be in these streets, on these social medias. I be over there at that salon with all them professional black women. I be over there in spaces and places. And I be paying attention. And we are on the move. We talking about black farmers. We talking about black business owners. Business owners. I just saw on social media right here where I live. No, actually, she's not in Nightdale or Raleigh. She's in Garner, where black women are opening up their nail shops. And boy, they are doing it. So now, y'all remember when the Asian community came in? I remember. And they start opening up nail salons and beauty supplies everywhere, which back in those days, a lot of black people had those black businesses, and the Asians and stuff ran them out. But now the black people are reaching back and opening up businesses, starting their own social medias, opening up banks. Everybody got the memo now. Everybody on the move. Everybody on the move, y'all. We are on the move. We are on the move. But I tell you what, there needs to be another level when it comes to these people coming. Rick Rice said, let's go, Cheryl. Yes. Putting the money back in the community. Yes, Linda. But there needs to be another level when it comes to them thinking they can come get our bodies and do what the fuck they want. That needs to happen. So, y'all remember, let's take a history lesson. Let's go down memory lane. Back in the day, come on, let's keep it real over here. What stopped them from doing that long time ago? Because, see, they done got amnesia. They done forgot. They done forgot again. What stopped that? One of the people who stopped that, one of them, because there were a lot of them, when they had to gather up the owner of the house and his family, and some of his workers, gather them up and send them into the spirit. Gather them up, send them. Because they have no respect for human life. We've done that before. This is the thing. We never sit around tables. We never wanted to move that way. But there's another group of people that those people don't know about, and a lot of us don't know about, but they sitting in the cut. They're a different type. And I'm here for every bit of it. I'm here for it. Because how else are you going to stop? If I don't do to you what you did to me, how else are you going to learn? See, I'm not worried about the heaven. Because, see, me and God have a conversation about that. Because, see, the last time I checked, you gave me life. They're not supposed to take it away. You did. And so when they come and they take life, then their life get took. And we're going to set that in stone, and that's going to be the new normal. Because everybody got to learn. There is such a thing as consequences. Everybody got to learn. Everybody. I'll talk to God later. We'll have a conversation later on. Don't you bank on the fact that this thing that me and God got between us two, that I'm going to let you get away with blood and murder. You can live out your days. And I'm just happy to go to the heaven. When you done bothered me, I like fried chicken. I like going to the beach and put my foot in the water. I like sleeping on wonderful fucking mattresses. Just like you. Who told you to come and snuff my life out? It's not okay. I love my children. You supposed to come take my children and then you cuddle with your children? You come take my stuff, but you can't get enough of gaining stuff on your side. How else will you learn, huh? You've got to be put in the same position that I'm put in. I can't allow you to do this because it's not right. If you take a life, your life get taken. That's it. We're going to create a different playing field. We're going to set it up the way that it's supposed to. And then we're going to see past that point, can we create this new earth? Because I think the new earth is actually coming. I really do. But reciprocation got to come first. Everybody got to learn. Nobody exempt from the lesson. Nobody exempt. Nobody is exempt from the lesson. You must learn just like me. We both live on the same planet. We both breathe the same air. We both have two walking legs. We have one brain. Some people say we have a second brain, which is our gut. But you know what I mean. You must learn. I don't even think this lesson is going to be hard to teach. I don't. Because those people are not made up the way that they're supposed to anyway. When it comes to psychopaths and narcissists, it's all gaslighting, y'all. We got to understand, oh my God, y'all just don't get it the way I get it. That white supremacy, neo-Nazism, and white nationalist stuff is mental illness. These people are sick. And 9 times out of 10, they cannot change. So anyway, y'all, that's how I feel in my shanana. And guess what? I am not alone. You best believe your bottom dollar. I am not alone. I am not alone. Not alone, never alone. We're not alone. So just let them keep on. You know how somebody, you know how they say back in the day, you just keep right on. Keep right on doing what you're doing. Payday coming after a while. Keep right on. Just keep right on. Keep right on. Don't nothing last forever. Don't nothing last forever. Don't nothing last forever. Even though we've been singing this song, y'all know we've been singing this song for a while. Don't nothing last forever. People gonna, you get tired. It's been too long, it has. But you get tired of a person or people feeling like they can do what they want to do. You get tired. But anyway, y'all, happy birthday, Anita Black Hulk. Y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Y'all be encouraged. Woo, woo. You remember that saying to say payday coming after a while? Oh, it's coming, baby. I believe it's already here. What's up, Steven? It's already here. It was a black hair store here ain't last 6 months because the Asian store was cheaper. But it's I don't know what happened there, Josie. But we understand when we dealing with black businesses, we gonna have to pay a little bit more. Cause we got to sacrifice for each other. That's where we are right now. We got to sacrifice for each other. I ought to be okay. Josie, it ought to be okay to go over there to the black girls and pay them $15, $20 more than what we pay the Asian. It's important. William said, this is a year of Jubilee. What's up with you, pretty lady? What's up, Walston? How you doing? What's up, Robert? End times are near. We about to get, don't say that. Don't say that in the chat, Pablo. Don't say that. It's some nuking going on. Yeah, it is. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hug. I'm going to go upstairs with my grandbaby and my daughter-in-law and see what they got going on. Thank you, Cheryl, for the encouragement. Oh, you so welcome. I love y'all real bad. I love y'all down to the ground, baby. It's going to be all right. You understand me? Because we are on the fucking move. We are on the move, I'm telling you. We're on the move. Our children is on the move. But we going to suffer some loss. But they going to get what they asking for. Bye, guys. See y'all a little bit later.